Hello, welcome to, it's not the weekly review, but I was actually really drawn to do a video just today when I was doing the weekly review, just about cleansing and house cleansing and that sort of thing, and how to do a house cleanse, a really simple and easy way to do a house cleanse. So I think that, quite a few people out there are familiar with some of the different things that we can use. So one of the first things that I do if I'm going to do a house cleanse or for the room is I call my guides in. I call all of those in spirit who love me in, and I also call the masters and the angels in, and you can ask for specific people if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The big thing is your intent. So call them in and say, hey, I'd really love to cleanse my house. I'm not really love to. I'm cleansing my house at the moment, or my room. And I would like you to please come close and to help me with this, and to raise the vibration within this room, to cleanse and clear any dirty, congested energy or anything like that from the place. So that's a really good start. So that's the first thing. The next thing I do is do a bit of meditation, not all the time. As I said, there's a lot of different ways of doing this, or maybe I didn't. But a good idea too is to, just sit down, relax for a second, chill out, and just imagine that the entire room, or if you're doing it for a house, the entire house, you can start with a bubble. Imagine a bubble, and every breath that you take in, the bubble gets double in size. Every breath that you breathe out, the bubble doubles in size again. And so within quite a short time, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, the bubble is big enough to go over your entire house. So as that bubble's expanding, you see that it's all white light. Always use white. Okay, really important. It's a beautiful color, really easy to use. They're telling me, look, for some people, if you have trouble with white, you can always use gold. But I've been doing this for a long time, I generally always use white. So just expand that white bubble, and inside the white bubble, it's pure white as well. So that's a really good way of starting. So expand it right throughout your entire house. So the room or the house that you're in or that you're doing is sitting inside this beautiful white bubble. All right, so other ways of doing this, and I think a fair few people have used sage before. As you can see, mine's quite used. So one of the ways in which I do this, and I'll just show you very quickly, and you can do the rest of the house, is you light the sage, keep it over the bowl. Keep it over the bowl because you don't want to burn holes in the carpet. So what you do is, as I can't get to the corner of the room here, I imagine that the bowl's right in the corner of the room just mentally, and I bring it up into the corner, bring it across to the other corner, down, and then across again. And as I do that, I'm putting gold. I'm putting a gold outline around that. Now with the windows, same thing. Imagine gold right around the windows. And once you do windows and doors, just put a gold plus sign on them. So you do this for every corner in your room. And once you've done that, what you also can do, if you want to be a bit more thorough, is I stand in the middle of the room and I just go like that, and I brush the sage out, on all sides. And as I'm doing it, I just imagine a white light pouring through like this, pouring right through the room. So it's continually pouring out right through the walls, going right through the walls, right through the roof, right through the floor. And because I've asked my guides to come in, they're taking any of that stuff away, any of the dirty energy away. Okay, so other ways you can cleanse a house. There's my sprays, this one in particular, and I do have another spray which I haven't got a label for, which I sell a bit cheaper for that reason, that I make specifically for spray, for cleansing. So this, you can cleanse yourself or you can cleanse the room, which I energetically program for cleansing. So that's another way. If you want to contact me, I can send it out to you by the post. Other ways you can do it is through incense. Incense is quite good. Sage is a good one. Sandalwood is another good one. I'm not just saying about this brand, they're just the ones that I had. So sandalwood and sage are quite good. You know, I use this other one as well, more sandalwood, and there again is another brand. So incense, burning incense throughout your house is actually a really good way of just keeping the energy up and just clearing any sort of dirty energy, congestion, that sort of thing. Another way you can do it is mantras. So, you know, you pop on the YouTube. I do this all the time. You know, my flatmates downstairs, they're used to this by now. I'm playing OMS, you know, a lot of the time. So when I go out of the house for the day, if I'm going out, you know, I might put my computer on and I might just have OMS playing in the background, or have mantras or that sort of thing. There's so many of these on YouTube that you can use. Play them right through the night, play them when you leave for the day, play them when you're at home as well. Really good way of just, you know, really easy way of cleansing and clearing any of the dirty energy, that sort of thing. So the other question is, how often do you do this? Actually, one other thing I didn't mention is salt bowls. So what that is, you get a plastic container. Colour's important, so green, clear, blue, you know, they're good colours, or white, good colours to use. Always use plastic. You know, a handful of salt, throw it in, a little bit of water just to dissolve it, leave it there overnight, and then the important thing is tip it straight down the toilet, okay? It's dirty energy. What the salt does is it collects the dirty energy out of the room, so you want to tip the salt water down the waste. So that's why you tip it down the toilet. If you get any on your hands, wash your hands straight away. If you spill a bit on the carpet, clean it up, or anyway, clean it up straight away. Throw it down the toilet. Throw the tissues or whatever down the toilet. So that's another way you can do it. So yeah, that comes to the question, how often do you do this? So if you really want to look at it in regards of, you know, how often do you clean up your house? You know, generally, you know, people, I can hear a bit of laughing already, you know, you might clean your house once a week. So, you know, really you want to energetically clean your house, you know, really a minimum of once a month, really. If not, you know, really if you want to keep on top of this stuff, do it every week. You know, every week do this. Just burn a couple of sticks of incense through the house, put some mantras on, do the thing, do the sage, call your guides in, and you'll notice the difference. You really will. You'll notice that your house feels better. When people come into it, they'll be like, wow, it just feels really nice in here. What have you done? What have you changed? Something's different about the place. So you actually will recognize this. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've got something out of it. If you want to know more about this kind of thing, I teach this as well. I can teach you how to cleanse your house, cleanse yourself, lots of different things on how to do energy. This was a very basic way of doing it, very easy, very basic way, but I've got a lot more techniques to teach you. All the links are below if you want to get in contact with me. Alright, I'll leave it there. Thanks for joining me. Happy cleansing. Bye bye.